Hi guys, hi cuties, welcome to my channel. So in today's video, I'm making this, like, it's marble again. This time it's a green marble and there's kind of like an abstract placement to it. So I started off with buffing the nails. I didn't buff them off camera this time. Buff them a little bit. Now I'm putting on base coat again. I use the Beetles gel polish base coat. I use Beetles everything. Beetles, if you're watching, sponsor me. Thank you. So, I around this period of time, I was playing around with a lot of greens because my best friend is getting married. Yay. And I'm in charge of her nails and my nails and one other of our friend's nails who's also a bridesmaid. And she's giving me, both of them are giving me complete free reign with their nails. So I was playing around with a lot of greens. That's one of the main wedding colors. And so while this is definitely, or this set is definitely not making the cut for wedding nails, it was fun to do, to just try my hand at the, like, I don't know if there's a name for it, but it's kind of, I guess, like color blocking, but instead of solid colors, it's marble. I wonder if that's the actual, like, term for it. Hopefully, fingers crossed. But not the full. It's not the full nail that's marble. It's just some patches of it, and then they're outlined with like gold detailing. So I didn't want a nudish base. I wanted more of like a creamy off white type of a base, and I mixed two colors to get that. I worked off of a photo. Well, I didn't work off of it. I saw a picture and I'm like, hmm, I like that color. So that was what I tried to recreate with the base color specifically. I didn't match it, but I would try again. I don't know how to describe it, and I wish I had saved that picture, but I just saw it in passing on Pinterest and I'm like, let me go recreate immediately. But it had like a milkiness to it, but it was also like sheer. It definitely wasn't a stark white. But hopefully I was going to say hopefully I will find it, but at this point I'm not really looking for it. This video was also filmed a while ago, late last year, definitely after like August. I know that's not super specific, but yeah. So I go in with two coats of that. In hindsight, probably should have used one coat if I was looking for a more sheer look. And I also probably should have mixed this with top coat to like water down the color a little bit because that would definitely add some sheerness to it. But you live and you learn. And this time my recording setup is a little better. Things don't really go as out of frame as some of my other videos. So I told you, I promised you growth and I'm giving you growth. So finishing with that base color, please don't tell me I did three coats. I in fact did three coats and I was looking for sheer. I'm such a joke. But yeah, as I said, if I were to try to recreate this, I would definitely add some top coat or even like a hint of more white and some top coat to that mixture. And I would do one coat. That way it really and truly is sheer. But yeah. So these were just practice nails or content nails. So content nails is just I'm not recreating a set for or I'm not creating a set to sell. I just kind of want to film a video. I ended up gifting this to a friend, or I guess my sister's friend. No, a friend. And, yeah, that was that. So just painting on that third coat. And now at this point I didn't know where my palette was. So I just used a whole bunch of random things as palettes. But I'm grabbing different greens and I do end up mixing some to get specific shades, but I wanted a wide range of greens. And it was during this process I realized I didn't have a sage, which was what like because the her wedding color isn't just like green, it's like sage green. So I had to like mix a couple colors to get like a sagey type green. Not for not specifically sure I did that for this set, but around this time, as I said, I was playing around with a lot of green nails and I did that for one of them. And I also wanted some white in the marble, of course. So these were the colors I used, and I know that is blue in that little corner. But as I said, like I mixed some colors to get specific shades. So I mixed like that dark green with the blue to get that type of like kind of like a bluish green color, more emphasis on the green. But if it's one thing I've learned when it comes to doing nails, you can't just like be buying nail polish all the time. Or you can never really tell what like a perfect color nail polish to buy would be. So you just need to learn how to mix colors. You don't have to be a master mixologist. Like you don't need to fully understand color theory because I don't think I fully understand color theory. But you need to understand a basic, oh, if I mix this and this, it will give me this. Or it's just if I want like a yellow, but the yellow polish, the only yellow color I have is too bright, I could mix it with a little bit of like with a tiny bit of like orange or something to darken it up a little. Or if the yellow is too dull, you can mix it with a little bit of white to like give it a little bit more oomph. So yeah, when it comes to polish colors, you need to learn how to mix your colors. So I just go in with that tiny brush and I do an outline. 'Cause as I said, the marble isn't going on the whole nail, and I didn't want to have to think, oh, where am I putting this? Where does this go? Like, I just wanted to know right off the bat. So I'm pretty certain I drew the line and then cured it because I knew either the marble will cover it or, as I said, I'm going in to line this afterwards. So it's fine, it'll be covered. But like I did in my previous video, the brownie glow one, just kind of toss the color on there. Get a brush that's like wide, that way you could pick up more color, and just toss it on there. Mixy, mixy. Another technique to this, or like any type of marble, is to mix the colors on your palette. So actually marble it on your palette and then use a wide brush to pick it up. That way you get a more random swirl, or like you don't have to go in and then swirl it on the nail. Doing that technique coupled with blooming gel, chef's kiss, actually amazing. In this video, I did not have blooming gel. I usually would put on base coat where I needed to go. Before I bought some blooming gel, I used to use base coat like blooming gel. But it works. It's not the same thing. There's 100% a difference, but it does something. It works a little bit because it's wet on wet. Like it's going to bloom to a degree, but blooming gel just has something special about it. It's made for that, literally called blooming gel. But yeah, I'm just swirling the colors around with my dotting tool. That dotting tool was also made by Beetles, as well as the brush that is laying down on the table, also made by Beetles. So, Beetles, if you're watching, sponsor me, thank you. So while that hand is curing, I go in on the other one. And again, I just line with the lightest shade of green I had. That way, I already know where I'm working. It doesn't have to be confusing, it doesn't have to be a lot. And I just cure the lines very quickly. just so it doesn't budge, it doesn't move. I don't accidentally wipe it off. And then you can see me just going in with the base coat, even though that was cut, but I went in with the base coat to kind of give that blooming gel effect. So at this point in time, my setup was still very, very wonky. It wasn't like a dedicated setup, even though now I still don't have like a dedicated recording space, but it's more permanent. Like I know, oh, this is what I do when I want to record. Like it's not consistently set up for me to record. Like it's not just always there. Like my table isn't just always there. I use a folding table at the moment, but at least I know that table is dedicated to recording. Like this is where I put my camera. This is where I put my lights. It's somewhat permanent, and it's going to be that way for the time being. But yeah, I don't know. I can't remember why I started making that point. But oh, I remember. So with the way my setup works in this at the time I was recording this video, there's a lot of times where I would go like out of frame. Or it's also, as I said, there's things like I'm still learning or things that like I need to pay special attention to. So I would need to like actually stick the nails in my eyes to see. I I'm a four-eyed person. So, yeah, or just working with specific details. So, a lot of the times I will severely go out of frame. And I just cut that out because it's not, it to me makes the video unnecessarily longer. So, that's why sometimes it could look like there's a lot of cuts because there is, in fact, a lot of cuts. So, that is the gold that I use to line. It's a metallic type of gold, and I love it, love it, love, love, love it. And I just take that skinny little brush and just go around the edges. That brush was a lot thicker. Well, let me not say a lot thicker because it's still supposed to be like a skinny lining brush, but I plucked a lot more bristles from it because I wanted it extra, extra super thin. I saw that from another press on creator. I'm not going to say a name because at this point I'm not sure if it was her I saw it from, but there's one creator that like when I was starting my business, I love to watch, and even till now, I would still like watch her consistently. She's honestly the only press on person I watch. I don't know why. Not like she's super talented, but I don't know why I'm just so fixated on like her content. It's good, but yeah, I've learned a lot of stuff from her, and I would encourage you if you're trying to start like a press on business. Honestly, if you're trying to start any business at all, or it doesn't even have to be a business, if you're trying to pick up like a new skill or a new hobby or something, whether or not you're struggling, YouTube is an excellent resource because someone's made a video about it. Whatever question you have, someone's made a video about it. And if you have any press on related questions that you feel like no one has made a video about, ask me and I'll make a video for you. Oh, there's my head. But yeah, YouTube is an excellent resource and it's free. Why not? But I went on that tangent to say I learned from a press on creator that if your detail brush you feel is not working for you, you could just clip off some bristles. It's honestly in line with like mixing colors. You could customize your tools to fit your needs. And she had talked about like taking off some of the bristles to help with like a more crisp French tip. And as much as I still hate drawing French tips, once I cut some of the bristles off, once I made the brush skinny, it was definitely so, so, so much easier for me. Still hate it, but now I know how to do it like a pro. And that's all anybody could ask for. Okay, so I'm just lining the second hand now. The first hand is curing. And even just looking at it, like I could picture how much better it would look in my eyes at least if that base color was more sheer. but you live and you learn. I also, if I recreate this set, I would use different shades of green. So I would keep it very, very like, I would use a mix of pale slash light green. So like more of like a dusty color. Yes, dusty colors. But I wouldn't use like as dark of greens as I used. I would definitely recreate this one at some point. I feel like it has potential to go on my website, but right now it's not. If you want a set that looks like this, or if you want this set, you could reach out to me and it'll just be a custom, which is perfectly fine. And you could customize, lens, shape, and the colors you want. It's just not offered as a specialty set on my website at the moment, but you could definitely order it. You could either order on my website or you could reach out to me on Instagram and TikTok. I am very, very, very responsive. So, yeah, you could drop me a comment if you have any questions. I don't know why seeing my head in there is actually killing me. With them stale locks, girl, do better. I'm bald now, so I can't really be talking about people with hair, whether or not it's me. But them locks do look a little crunchy. This video was filmed in August. If I had them locks on my head, that's besides the point. But as I said, I am a little four-eyed, so sometimes, especially when I'm detailing or doing anything that I need to really focus on or that I can't really like shake my hand, I need the nails to be in my eyes in order to see them. But yeah, once this is done, the set is done. You just put on some top coat and you're Gucci. And I love sets like this because I feel like they're very low pressure. And again, like this was a freestyle. It had some inspiration to it, but at the end of the day, it was a freestyle. I didn't have to like replicate a picture per se. I just made. And I like how no two nails are the same. I tend to do those type of sets a lot, even on myself, where no two nail has to be the same. I don't have to worry about like recreating a designer making it perfect. Like I'm capable of doing that. I just like when I don't have to worry about that. But I love nails like this, like marble, anything with like um whatchamacallit, anything with like a spongy tool. But yeah, that's done. This is the picture. Look at how gorgeous she is. Thank you so much for watching this video, cuties. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Bye.